Well, it is finally here. We've been waiting for this since since the beginning of the 10th anniversary, that they were going to be getting their ECAs, and now they are here, man. The 7th year anniversary awards are getting their ECAs. It's so weird to say that. So we're gonna go check their details out. Let's see what they did with these guys. So it seems that they have updated their leader skill a little bit. It's not super broken. They're possibly gonna stay, so they stay with the 200%. Okay, so let me make sure that I open this in a separate tab so people can see. So it's Power Beyond Super Saiyan or Movie Heroes category G3, all stats 170, and then we're getting an additional key. And HP attack and defense plus 30%. So the difference is that extra key. So if our characters also belong to the Kamehameha category, so technically now it's going to be 4 key for characters who also belong to Kamehameha. The 4 key once the 200%. Okay. Alright. With their intro, they have 77% damage reduction and launches an additional super for 1 turn. Is this permanent? That damage reduction? I think it's just for 1 turn, it seems. Yeah, it has to be due to this little icon. Damage reduction, 77% damage reduction. And launches an additional super attack for 1 turn. And of course, G2, attack and defense plus 100%, and guards all attacks for 7 turns. That's a crazy intro buff. All of this just with their intro. Okay. 200% attack and defense, 2 key per type keys to obtain. For every keys to obtain, they get attack and defense plus 10% up to 77%. For every rainbow keys to obtain, they have a chance of performing a critical hit plus 10%. When attacking with 17 or more key, they toss out an additional super. And when attacking with 20 or more key, attacks effective against all types and he's launching another super. So we got 1 super here from their intro. And this is just for the turn. We're getting another additional super here, and then we're getting another additional super here. I need to check my build for these guys, because they might just be... Oh man, I gave them a lot. There's a lot of crit in here. I might change them. Because they get a chance of performing a critical hit plus 10%. I mean, it's not too much to the point that you want to completely get rid of it. You know, the crit that I have 14 crit on him. On them, so I don't think you would want to get rid of it entirely, but if you collect 5, well, normally you can collect like 5 rainbow geysers and you can get 50% chance to crit. It's not gonna be super high, but okay, for base, this looks good. 77% damage reduction. I'm assuming this is just for the turn, for their entry turn, and that's it. And then 7 turns of guard, which is crazy. Alright, so let's move on. I'm assuming their super attacks do change. So assuming this is the... Did they show the wrong image? Yeah, they did. What? There's this. So they're stacking attack and defense, causing colossal damage to the enemy. Oh, there's that. It's actually, the super attack effect is so clean that there's no extra details put in here that they didn't need to like put it out. Okay, that's fine. Then greatly raises attack and defense, causes medical loss and damage to the enemy. So they 50% attack and defense stack. Okay. Yeah, 7-turn guard. And they're greatly stacking. That's very good. Is there anything different in here? Okay, no. Let's go over to this. I'm assuming that's it for these guys. And then, of course, we got the transformation here for the blue boys. Once they go after their transformation, let's see what they have. 77% damage reduction for the turn. Man, kinda wish that was permanent. 300% attack and defense. Gets an additional 2 key per keys for obtain. Attacks effective against all types. They guard. 50% chance to crit. Okay, I need to change the potential system. I might have to do that. Did I get kind of went a little bit crazy with the crit. I might. Man. Okay, so they have 50% chance to crit, 30% chance to dodge. Changes key spheres from int to rainbow. That's good. That's very good. Let me lower the music a little bit. For 4 turns from the character's entry turn, he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type int excluded to rainbow. So this is just an extra effect. See, this is something that I wish Evolution Blue Vegeta had. Just an extra layer of orb changing so it can help him out. But no, he didn't get that. For every key sphere obtained, they're getting attack and defense plus 10% up to 100%. You just need to collect 10 key spheres with these guys and bam, you get this. Crazy. And for every rainbow key sphere obtained, you get a chance of performing a critical hit, a chance of evading enemy's attack plus 10%. Yeah, I'm gonna change to a build. So mostly additional and dodge for these guys. I think I have them mostly additional and crit, which is not the best way to go. With 7 or more keys to obtain, they get an additional super. When attacking with 20 or more key, they get an additional super. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 key, they get 50% attack. And when attacking, wait. When attacking, performs a critical hit and launches an additional super attack when the enemy's HP is 50% or more. Yeah, they don't need crit. They don't need crit. Oh, this only activates once. I need that. Yeah, I will have to see them in game a little bit there. When receiving an attack, they dodge enemies' attack when HP is 50% or less. Are they guaranteed dodging? When HP is 50% or less? Again, I need to see them in game. This racing is completely weird. We have their 7th year anniversary equipment too. Let me see the super attack effect. Massively raises attack and greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. Massively raise attack and defense for 4 turns. Causes medical loss and damage to the enemy. Disables enemy's action once within a turn. That is a ridiculous super attack effect. That's a 100% raise in attack and defense for 4 turns. Okay. Yeah, gods. Hysterical. They are busted. What the hell did they do? Okay. Alright, so the odds, I'm thinking additionals and dodge for them. I feel like this is gonna be interesting to see though. This portion right here. So if they're above 50% HP, the enemy, which most of the cases you will find that plausible because these enemies have more HP than anything else. This is gonna be interesting to look at. So it's a guaranteed crit, and then an additional super when the enemy's HP is 50% or more. But I think this only activates once when attacking. And then when receiving an attack. So we need to get hit. And if the enemy's HP is under 50%, are we guaranteed dodging for that turn? That's ridiculous. If it is the way that I'm thinking about it. Alright. Listen. The Namek Goku slander was funny, but he is the GOAT. Okay, there's been some runs that I used him in, and he tanked super attacks pretty well. Enough with the slander. I love Goresh though. Alright, let's see the Super Saiyan 4s this time around. But yeah, now they're buffing with their leader skill. I think this is probably the next step forward with their 200% leader skill ECAs. For example, Ginyu will be a character that's going to get the CCA. Will possibly get the extra key here. So that will be the next best thing for, you know, ECA characters with 200% leader skills. So with their intro, 77% damage reduction, launches an additional super for one turn. This is similar to the gods. Key +2, attack and defense +100%, guards all attacks for 7 turns. Okay, it's good. Attack and defense +200%. 2 key per type keys you obtain. They're basically the same, right? Not a lot of difference between these guys. Yeah, they're the same. For every key you obtain, attack and defense +10% up to 77%. For every rainbow key you obtain, chance of performing a critical hit +10%. When attacking with 17 or more key. Yeah, it's the same. Literally the same thing. Launches an additional super, attacks effective against all types. Launches an additional super attack when the key is 20 or more. Okay. At the same super attack effect, rarely versus attack and defense causes colossal damage to the enemy. Rarely versus attack and defense causes colossal damage to the enemy. Yeah. Okay. They're literally the same unit on base. Okay. Big Daddy. Let's see what Big Daddy has in store for us here. So, yeah, typically, it's literally the same thing. It's literally the same thing. So, 77% damage reduction for one turn, 300% attack and defense. Let me open this separately here so we can see it together. 300% attack and defense, 2 keeper keys to obtain, attacks effective against all types, he guards all attacks, high chance of performing a critical hit. He has a scouter. That's a permanent scouter. He launches an additional super. So the gods dodge on their blue state. They had that 30% chance to dodge. Gogeta just tossed us an additional super. Just guaranteed. Sorry about that. That must have been nasty. Okay. And this permanent scouter? It's ridiculous. For 4 turns from the character's entry turn, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. He also rainbow or changed. For every key sphere obtained, 10% attack and defense up to 100%. Every rainbow key sphere obtained, chance of performing a critical hit and 10% damage reduction. Activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 key, he gets attack plus 50%. When receiving an attack, he gets an additional. He gets 50% damage reduction within the turn when HP is 50% or less. Dude, with this, he's untouchable. It will have 100% damage reduction if you collect the 5 rainbow key spheres. Okay. Is there anything else in here? That was just a super attack effect. When receiving a super attack, great chance of nullifying it and countering with tremendous power. So he just guaranteed nullifies it. Nullifies it and counters with tremendous power when facing only one enemy, and that enemy's HP is 50% or less. What are the super attack effects? Massively raises attack, greatly raises defense for the turn, causes loss of damage to the enemy. Should be the same thing, right? Yeah. Massively raises attack and defense for 4 turns, causes mega loss of damage to the enemy. Disables enemies' action once within the turn. I want to see them in game. I want to see how they perform in game. This is crazy. You're just guaranteed nullification. And you can be able to see where the super attack is coming in. He has a guarantee. He has a scouter. He sees this for like there's no turn threshold for the scouter. He gets 10% damage reduction with rainbow key spheres obtained, and then he gets a 50% damage reduction within the turn if our HP is 50% or less. Yeah, he's good. They're both good. They are ridiculously good. I wanna see what the gods do with this a little bit more in game. Because this is if this works the way that I think it works, yeah, and then yeah, these guys are ridiculously good. They're crazy. Yeah. They did good. They did good. I don't feel like they fumbled the ball with these guys, anything at all. I'm interested to see what am I gonna do with their build, because they have a 50% chance to crit. We get crit chance by getting rainbow key sphere, so yeah, there's no need to get this guy crit either. Same with the gods. Chance of performing a critical hit right there, plus 10% whenever a rainbow key sphere obtained. And then of course the 50% chance to crit that they get base. So yeah, no need to get these guys crit, just mostly additionals and dodge will be the best build for these guys. Yeah, there you go, bro. Oh my goodness. The LR gods on the 7th anniversary and the Super Saiyan 4s on the 7th anniversary are getting their ECAs. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. I'm assuming that the details for these guys are gonna arrive, like, you know, we'll get the data download most likely tonight, and then we'll possibly see when these guys are gonna release. I'm thinking most likely the 27th, the morning of the 27th, like at midnight of the 27th for me. That's when I'm thinking these guys are going to get their ECAs. I'm going to be away, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be covering these guys immediately. But do know that once I come back, we're going to do the shenanigans with these guys and their showcases. These guys are really, really good. So, yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.